morning, the House will begin the markup of two new digital asset bills crafted by the Agriculture and Financial Services Committees. The bills seek to establish a regulatory framework for crypto.
To clarify how the Supreme Court's Howey test applies to digital assets, our bill focuses on two key issues: decentralization and functionality.
No, it's just that people didn't read it properly. We just said that there are commodities, and Bitcoin is one of them, and Ether and a few others probably are as well.
You want to call Judge Torres' decision crazy, bizarre? Let's talk about it. We know you won't, right? Because I got news for the world out there. When you get picked to be the SEC chairman, when you get picked to be the director of corporation and finance, it's not because you're the most experienced securities lawyer in the world. It's because you got political.
So I think it's just better, safer technology, and eventually the rest of the world will.
A kind of brutal, savage, merciless capitalism for the poor, and it's all designed to strip mine the middle class of this country of all of their equity, all of their assets, and move it to the upper echelons. And
we're working to get rid of Gary Gensler. I gave a hearing where I was able to communicate with him and say, look, I plan to fire you.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub and Gamo Howard in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, stuffing some bags, smashing them likes. Go ahead. Throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. And buckle up, because the future's extra. Extra. Bullish. Got another fire video lined up. Let's go ahead and go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.23 trillion, up about 0.7% in the past 24. We got BTC's dominance at 46.5%. We got XRP in that number 4 spot, right around 72 cents, up about 2.2 in the past 24. We got Stellar XLM here right around 15 cents, up about almost 2% in the past 24. We got BTC 29K ETH right around 19 hundo. We got Fleur Networks here right around 0.014, Songbird 0074. Taking a look at the blocktivity.info here, some of the most transacting blockchains in the past 24 hours. We got WaxP, Tron, Hive, EOS. We got XRP here in that number 7 spot, almost at 1 million transactions in the past 24 hours. We got a tweet from Ripple to kick things off. The tokenization of real-world assets like carbon credits is a powerful use of the blockchain technology. Learn about the tokenized carbon credits as financial tools and innovative companies building voluntary carbon markets via the block on the XRP ledger. We got the Digital Euro Association. The Republic of Palau has collaborated with Ripple Labs to mint its inaugural stablecoin. The Palau stablecoin PSC operates on the XRP ledger, showcasing Ripple's technology as the backbone of this financial initiative. BTC who? ETH who? SEC who? We got the Digital Pound Foundation. Today, the government of Palau will commence a pilot project for a new US dollar-backed stablecoin set to be issued on the XRP ledger. Palau government launches the US dollar-backed stablecoin pilot on your favorite XRP ledger. Know what you hold? We got the Ripple effect. The Ripple effect, a new wave in the digital asset regulation. Today, the House will begin the markup of 2 digital asset bills to establish a regulatory framework for crypto. The Ripple effect.
This morning, the House will begin the markup of 2 new digital asset bills crafted by the Agriculture and Financial Services Committees. The bills seek to establish a regulatory framework for crypto and spur innovation while protecting consumers and market participants. Joining us now with the details, Congressman French Hill, Vice Chair of the Financial Services Committee and Chair of the Digital Assets Subcommittee. He has an op-ed in The Hill laying out the ideas behind his digital assets regulatory framework. I don't want to get too excited. I actually do want to get excited, Congressman. But with this, what are its chances? And is this finally it? It's bipartisan, right?
Well, Joe, good morning. Yes, we've worked very hard. We worked for over a year on a bill with our Democratic colleagues and with the Biden administration to find a pathway to have stable coin legislation where we actually define what is a stable coin. How are they measured? How are they audited? How are they reported? How are investors protected? And that bill is one we continue to work on, and we will bring it to markup this week. And secondly, we have this regulatory framework overall that deals with what is a digital asset. Is it a security? Is it a commodity? How do you trade those? Where do they trade? Is it traded on a commodity exchange or on a securities exchange? And how are investors, again, protected? And how are innovators able to bring those entities to the market?
Ripple effect is in full effect. An XRP is not a security. We got Tom Emmer. The Ripple case is a monumental development in establishing that a token is separate and distinct from an investment contract. It may or may not be part of, now let's make it law, XRP as a digital token in and of itself, a contract, transaction, or scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract, XRP. Not a security. We got the cryptic poet Justin. Digital assets that are not inherently securities may be offered as part of an investment contract, but that does not make them necessarily securities.
We're taking similar actions today by bringing these relatively new innovations into the regulatory perimeter. Our comprehensive digital asset market structure bill recognizes a key issue. Digital assets that are not inherently securities may be offered as a part of an investment contract, but that does not make them necessarily securities. To clarify how the Supreme Court's Howey test applies to digital assets, our bill focuses on two key issues: decentralization and functionality. That is the crux of the Fit for the 21st Century Act, the pairing of those two factors.
Watch your guru, Justin. U.S. senators introduced a bill to ban the president, VP, and Congress members from owning and trading stocks. John Dean responds and says not only should this bill be introduced, but also a law should be passed preventing a regulator from leaving their post and immediately begin working for a company that they were just responsible for regulating. If you work for the SEC Gov, you don't get to resign and immediately get to go work for JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs. If you work for the U.S. FDA, you don't get to resign and immediately go work for Pfizer. Same for the EPA, CFTC, etc. We need to restop the revolving door at all these agencies and prosecute those that break the financial conflict laws. That's how you start draining the swamp. We got the evidence. Get those jumpsuits. Get those jail cells ready. Gary, Jay Clayton, you still there? We got Mr. Man, XRP, Neum, Ripple, Move Money, manages FX and mitigates fraud so your businesses can send and receive funds in real time, faster, cheaper, more efficient. Welcome to the internet of value, the transformation of wealth. We got Ripple partner Volante to take the FedNow cross-border after regulations, XRP above $1. We got FedNow, the real-time gross settlement system from the Federal Reserve, has been formally introduced in the U.S. now. It started with domestic transactions only. The accomplishment represents significant advancement in the nation's payment system, and this might bring good news for Ripple's as Volante technology, as Ripple client and one of their pioneers in the field of the cloud-based payments and financial communications, has contributed to the development of the FedNow service, now live. We got LOL, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Translation: I own a lot of Bitcoin, mostly Bitcoin, and Bitcoin needs the pump, not anything else. Mr. Huber, don't trust these girls.
The regulatory framework by utilizing what's in place now. Most cryptocurrencies are commodities, which would put them within the jurisdiction of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission for trading spot markets and futures markets.
So you would agree with Chairman Gensler that most of them probably are securities, and I take it your legislation isn't meant to change that.
No, it's just that people didn't read it properly. We just said that there are commodities, and Bitcoin is one of them, and Ether and a few others probably are as well, but that there's a test. It's called the Howey test. It's worked, and we updated it to actually work in the framework of digital assets. And if there's 15,000 cryptocurrencies, that means 14,900 and something are securities. So that's a lot of work for the SEC to do.
Most cryptocurrencies are commodities,
No, it's just that people didn't read it properly. We just said that there are commodities, and Bitcoin is one of them, and Ether and a few others probably are as well, but that there's a test. It's called the Howey test. It's worked, and we updated it to actually work in the framework of digital assets. And if there's 15,000 cryptocurrencies, that means 14,900 and something are securities. So that's a lot of work for the SEC to do.
Most cryptocurrencies are commodities.
Bitcoin was just a test. Don't fall for the media trickery and load up on that XRP that now has clarity. Know what you hold. Crypto Law US. In today's Crypto Law Livecast, John Dean responded to the unnamed security lawyers telling Gasparino that Torres' decision was crazy and won't uphold on appeal.
You know, people want me to attack Charlie because of his position stuff. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to, because Charlie said that he was talking to security lawyers, right? This is in his article where he says that he's spoken to SEC folks who brought the case. And he said he was talking to these securities lawyers, and not a security lawyer that he talked to believed that the judge would be affirmed on appeal. And so my challenge isn't to Charlie, it's to those lawyers. How about you come out of the shadows? Come not off the record, but on the record. How about you do that? How about you come on to crypto law, right? Quit hiding behind a shield of off the record and come talk. I'll meet you anywhere, any place, anytime, as long as it's live TV where it can't be edited. And we'll have the debate and we'll have the discussion. You want to call Judge Torres' decision crazy, bizarre? Let's talk about it. We know you won't, right? Because I got news for the world out there. When you get picked to be the SEC chairman, when you get picked to be the director of corporation and finance, it's not because you're the most experienced securities lawyer in the world. It's because you got political connections, right? When Trump picked Clayton, it was because of Clayton's connections, period. He was Mr. Wall Street. Rolling Stone magazine called Clayton the most conflicted SEC chair in American history. Gary Gensler's not a lawyer. How come he's the chair? Is it because he knows securities law so well? He wouldn't know a security if it bit him in his butt. And we know that. How many times does Gary Gensler get up there and talk about, oh, it's speculation and it has no intrinsic value? Read Howey. Howey tells you that it doesn't have to have intrinsic value. Howey tells you that speculation alone is not enough. Okay, but Gary Gensler was the chief financial officer of Hillary Clinton's campaign. He is heavily connected to the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party won the election. He becomes the chair. Got nothing to do with experience, got nothing to do with knowledge of the law. In fact, why did Hinman become director of chair? He got picked by Clayton. He's on video saying, I got the job because Jay Clayton called me. My good friend Jay called me and said, will you be director of corporation finance? Let me show you how much these so-called experienced securities lawyers know. Let's go to the Hinman deposition that was taken in this case.
Get him, Deaton. SEC's not going to appeal. If they do, they're just going to amplify the Ripple win and pump our bags even higher. Says Ripple Labs legal chief Stuart Alradi says that an appeal by the Securities and Exchange Commission to see Ripple consolidate its victory over the regulator even further. XRP, we got clarity. The SEC never stood a chance. Stellar, ramp up with Stellar, a global cash to crypto leader compared to other blockchain networks. Stellar has an extensive and globally distributed network of cash to crypto on and off ramps. Stellar quantifying cash to crypto access worldwide. We got another one, Danielle Dixon at Stellar Org. We're all about unlocking blockchain's potential. Read the Blocks report to see how Stellar on and off ramps bridge the gap between fiat and the digital economies, empowering businesses to solve real world. Welcome to the era of utility. Watcher guru Justin Billionaire Tim Draper says Bitcoin will rise above fiat, and it's better and safe than banks and governments controlling currencies.
But it's also going to rise above fiat, and I think it's just better technology. I mean, having to have a bank and a government decide on what currency is good is not as effective as having a Bitcoin where you have a trusted third party, which is hundreds of thousands of nodes out there checking to make sure that the transaction was done properly. So I think it's just better, safer technology, and eventually the rest of the world will come on board.
Where did they get a HODL, that HODL, that on-demand liquidity, XRP, faster, cheaper, more efficient. It was never BTC, XRP hidden in plain sight. Now the only digital asset with clarity. You know what's coming. We got Watcher Guru Justin, presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says the financial system is designed for the rich to strip the middle class of their assets and equity.
We have a system of cushy socialism for the super rich, and this brutal, savage, merciless capitalism for the poor, and it's all designed to strip mine the middle class of this country of all of their equity, all of their assets, and move it to the upper echelons. And you know, the COVID lockdowns were the final straw. COVID lockdowns, we created a billionaire a day, and this was Trump and Biden. Of 500 days of lockdowns, we created a billionaire a day. We moved $4 trillion from the American middle class to the super rich. We built, the people who came into the lockdown with $1 billion increased their wealth on average by 30%. And you know, we closed 3.3 million businesses. And so that
in retrospect, and I give for a period of time in the early days, nobody knew what the hell they were dealing with. Let's be fair. But there came
I'm not going to be fair.
All right, you don't be fair.
Beat the system, the greatest transformation of value occurring. All you need is one XRP. Join the new 1%, the transformation of all value, the internet of value on the XRP ledger. Shout out to BPM Wallets. We're delighted to be able to share our MVP with the world. 2 ticks can now be downloaded from the App Store and Google Play Store. We're looking forward to BPM Wallet's future. Change is coming. Say hello to 2 ticks on the BPM Wallet. We got NF Tempo Summer Sunday Music Battle. The final 8 artists have been decided. Make sure to have your reminders set for what sure is to be an epic final battle this Sunday. NF Tempo Summer Sunday Music Battle, July 30th, 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you there. And with that being said, Bagman and Bag Ladies, retweet if you think Brad Garland House should get an XRP tattoo to match his Ripple tattoo. Please don't. Fire me, Brad. Where will you be when XRP's true price is finally set free and regulation jar molasses finally breaks open? Later, glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock News. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below, drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. Catch you up here, top floor, on the mothership for the moon party. BYOB, be your own bank, bring your own bags. Peace out. Crypto goes.
Pulling up in something that drive itself, pulling up in something that fly itself. They say 20K, your whole life changed. Well, I'ma have a few more lives then. 2017, I've been priced in. They got priced out, chilling with the ducks, another night out. Houston got a problem, yeah, we all clear. 3, 2, 1, now they all in the rear. Been stacking coins like Tails and Sonic. They calling bags, young crypto diamonds in the train left. Ain't no getting on it, and we still really just getting started. Crawl, walk. Then we rock it, sometimes I'm cars in my pocket, another round on me, blast up, another rocket.